Live.
Stoned Paranormal Investigators.
Oh,
Bum,
I
bum.
didn't know what it was.
I actually don't know what the theme song is. I just investigate. That's all you said. You went investigate.
Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're live.
Oh God.
On air.
Does that mean it's being broadcasted right now?
Yeah.
To who?
All of our lovely followers, which is 7.
No one yet.
Oh, you have 7 followers? Cool.
We have 7.
We have people.
That is gonna pour on you. That is not how bombs work.
Guys.
Sorry.
Alrighty.
No,
So-
I lost one of the stickers.
So we're picking up from Sasquatches from our last video. Of course, we went to take EVPs around the house. Very little activity, nothing really worth commenting on.
I know.
We're still talking about, still have a list of conspiracy theories to go over, and then we've got a couple books we do want to mention. Specifically,
She's talking to the.
Yeah, I got distracted.
yeah,
Me too.
I'm gonna share their screen so that they can see what we're looking at.
Were you looking
Oh
at
God.
looking
This
at the owls?
this right here is the messengers, owls, synchronicity, and the UFO.
Whoa. Say that word for me again.
No,
Say it again.
no,
Synchronicity.
synchronicity and the UFO abductee by Mike Cleland.
Basically, this
I'm
guy thinks
so
there's
gonna
a
nitpick.
direct link
A direct
between
link.
owls and aliens.
Yes.
Owls are
kind of
Owls are alien messengers. That's
like
Yeah, and he's written 25 chapters on all
wait.
of
No,
this.
okay,
like
so actually,
owls and Harry Potter. Like that's the kind of
No, he's talking about owls, like just normal
just
owls.
normal owls.
Every
I know,
owl.
But is he saying like a messenger? Like Hedwig is a messenger?
You know what? I've
Yeah,
not
like
read the book.
Like the animal things like that. Yeah. The owls. Of animals.
Here's a.
What's he have to support this?
I haven't read all of it.
That's doing your homework.
I'm not gonna read an entire book about fucking owls and UFOs. I'm not
you
doing
expect
it.
people to listen to you talk about it.
Because I overview it.
This is
Dreaming of UFOs or being devoured by animals with large black eyes, usually associated with common wild animals such as owls, coyotes, or werewolves. Werewolves? Just wolves. I don't know why I said werewolves. Wolves are actually supposed to be like a sign that you've been abducted by aliens. So I guess owls are like a common like, link between aliens or something. People
I
common
know.
associated. Maybe it's because
Like, so
they're
your
creepy
dreams and
looking.
shit, your dreams are like fucking just your brain trying to make sense of information that it can't understand.
yeah.
And maybe it just sees whatever large, creepy eyed thing that would, like aliens are supposed to have the big bulbous head with big old
Yeah.
gaping eyes.
So maybe they just like
The owl's the closest
whenever
thing
you
we can
see it,
imagine. Yeah.
yeah, like you can't really remember what you saw, and so like your brain's filling the gap with making it like an owl or something.
I don't know. Could be,
That kind of makes sense.
but it doesn't sound very scientific. It sounds very.
It does, yeah. That sounds very much like
And-
gut
Fiction,
feeling.
yeah.
I mean, he
Your own
managed
personal
to write 2 books on
Same
the
subject, huh?
same subject, owls.
I
Yeah.
think the other one was about
Does
how
it have, like,
owls
eyewitness
were
accounts?
related to the god, the
Yeah.
god, right?
The god.
The god.
Yeah.
The god related
Yeah.
to the god that gets you abducted and probed.
We got a few different subjects, yeah.
Probing.
We just thought that the owl books
Ah!
deserve special mentioning.
I don't like the fucking screen
Yeah,
doom
yeah,
hole.
yeah, like the Inception.
Yeah,
Inception.
Inception.
Yeah.
We did same.
Screen.
buddy
Buddy
system.
Okay. We also have two extra people here today. One is silent in the corner, playing
Yeah,
on.
she's stoned.
Yeah. And then we got
I'm drinky.
Drinky. Drinky.
Not saying his name.
Savage Mayhem over there.
Am I savage and she's mayhem, or are we just both?
No, you're Savage Mayhem. You're both of them.
What did you guys want to talk about? Did you have any subjects?
Have any weird conspiracy theories?
What about Mom's theory that the fucking animals outside are robotic drones watching us?
Okay, I need to know.
No, this is our mother.
I need to know like more
grew up
context
thinking
behind that.
No,
that
she
one
really
day
believes that.
when I killed a fly, it would actually be like a U.S. military drone, and I would have
She
proof.
thinks. Yeah, because of the black.
Or you'd be arrested
helicopters.
because you just smacked down a military fucking like surveillance.
Satellite surveillance
yeah.
thing.
It's a good way to be like thrown in federal prison.
Sounds like fun. You are an anarchist.
What made her
Jail
think
fly.
that animals are all robots? Surveillance cameras
drugs
for the
is my guess.
drugs.
If not drugs, paranoia from probably drugs.
Did she hasn't like seen any animals and been like see that
No.
animal's acting weird like a robot.
No, she's just stoned and looking out her windows all paranoid.
Okay, so there's not actually like any context.
You know, I came to a realization that Mom was stoned for like 90% of my life as a kid.
Yeah,
When did you figure that out? When you found all the bongs by her chair?
No, I figured it out this year.
Oh wow!
Wow. This year?
I figured
Did
it
you
out.
figure
last
out
year.
our bunny didn't run away to the forest to make a family too?
Yeah, I knew he died.
Okay,
I was
dogs
like,
ate him.
Dad, you're retarded.
The dogs ate him. Yeah.
With the dogs.
They said he went
Jenny
to
The
the
dogs
forest.
ripped.
Jenny let her freeze to death. Daisy.
No. The bunny before that.
I don't remember that one.
That one, the dogs ripped it through the cage.
The skin off.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it was bloody.
You weren't even alive.
I know, but I had a very graphically detailed like
Description for
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She blames Dad, and I'm like, how the fuck do you blame Dad for that?
I blame both
She's
of
the
them.
one who brought home the dogs. Her and Dad. And the bunny.
She could have just put the bunny in the house.
Yeah, our house is not the cleanest place either.
Which is surprising because Mom's like OCD about everything.
All right. Anyways, this
Bullshit.
is not a.
Yeah, this is not a talk show on our mother issues.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Sorry,
forgot
daddy
we were
issues is the
online.
next segment.
Um,
We could talk
You know
about.
what really grinds
played-
my gears? No.
We could.
Oh, and also the whole theory that like fucking was it the Hillary Clinton is a snake person or whatever.
Oh
Who
my
is her
goodness!
person?
Yeah, we
Was it
talked about
whatever?
Hillary Clinton a while ago, but
You and
I
Mom?
said
No, Mom.
Stop talking about
I said that I think Hillary Clinton is being like mind controlled, or there's a theory out there that Hillary Clinton is being like mind
oh,
controlled.
come on. She's not herself. Fucking-
Okay, so
We know what
yes, the
herself
most
is.
the most common thing out there is saying that she's just like sick or whatever. But there's a bunch of videos of her going into like this weird like catatonic state where she basically just like and like stares off it, and then some guy will walk up behind her and like do something, and she's just normal again, like 100% just back to what she was doing.
Maybe
I
she
wonder-
just has like
So-
a
So like there's a well okay
anxiety.
she says that she has like some sort of illness where like she has seizures and shit, and so
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
I
guy
know.
the guy who
Absolute
comes
seizures.
up is actually like some medical professional that comes and like gives her some sort of medicine in a discreet way.
Or just like because you can just knock them out
Yeah,
of a, like
yeah.
parietal seizure.
But there's a theory that it's a clone, and the guy's there to like make sure like nothing happens, and like the little
So her-
malfunctions, the little catatonic state she goes into, or is just like her like fritzing out. Like
Does that mean I'm a clone? I have seizures.
Yes.
I don't think that.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
all
be a
seizures
clone.
equal
Well, because it's not like
clones.
it's like it's
that
not the
she was
same.
imperfect clonage, so she's failing.
Oh, so she's having like a little blue screen of death,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not like normal seizures where like you can see the person like
twitching on the
yeah
floor.
she
Well,
just
that's a
like
grand mal
stands
versus a
there. She just like
parietal.
kind of like freezes like everything kind of. I
Does
gotta
she
see if I
like
can-
mouth like chew or does she just mouth open?
I don't remember. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Josie, what the hell are you reading?
Conspiracy theories.
Join the conversation, my friend.
I'm not interested in that conversation.
You suck. Where's the bong? That's the one line you have in this episode.
I talked a lot about the.
Here, this is
mosquitoes.
one of the most popular ones that I've ever seen. But
in every way, and I was very proud of it.
About vice presidential possibilities with Senator Warren.
You guys have got to try the cold chocolate.
I've had it.
In every way.
Oh yeah, no, that is straight up a parietal seizure. That's what that is. It's a parietal seizure.
there's other ones where she just like kind of stands there too.
Yeah, no, dude, she is totally having seizures. It's crazy.
The only reason why people think it's a conspiracy is because there's a great deal of like newscasters and other people with like political power that do the same thing.
Oh.
She also tried really, really hard to cover it up.
Is it just a different angle?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's just from a different angle, but like you can definitely tell like the other people were surprised because like that lady who was
She like backed
she like
up.
was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like trying to cover it up. She's like, "Look at me."
Yeah.
Oh, that would be terrifying if someone was just like be like her last night when she fucking turned right back into bed.
Well, don't kick me in my sleep.
Well, no, like that's not even what woke you up. Like I kicked you, you did nothing, so I went. I said your name, so and then you went, and then right back into a sleep. Like you,
That's horrifying.
you opened your eyes, you got closer to me, and like a fast motion went, and then went back to bed. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I would have had myself exercised.
There's a couple of times
Oh,
where I've woken you up
just-
and it's been weird.
There was this one time where she texted me. I was at my dad's house. I don't get great cell service there, but it was like 12 or something. And she sent me a text message and she was like, call me as soon as you can. I was like, okay, I have really shitty service right now, so I don't know if I can. And then I went into this bathroom that we have, and it's like the one place that you can get okay service and call someone. And I called her 4 times and she didn't answer. And then she just sent a text after that. Shh, she's sleeping. And then just didn't text me for the rest of the night. And I was like, what the
hell?
fuck? And then she texted me I texted her the next morning because I was like, what the fuck was that all about? And then she was like, I don't even remember telling you to call me or texting you at all.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I was sleeping.
That's
Like,
weird. Shush, she's sleeping though? That's creepy.
yeah, like you straight up, shh, she's sleeping.
That's horrifying.
And like you had like the dots afterward.
Like dramatic dot
Yeah,
dot
like-
dot.
I think I did that on purpose.
I
In my
hope
fucking sleep.
I
Did I
hope
really
so.
fucking dramatic dot dot dot. She's sleeping. Dot.
I've never ever
dot.
like I don't
Maybe
think
it was
I've
your
ever
other
done thi-
personality.
I don't think I've
talking
ever done
about your
things
first
I'll do the
creepy
personality.
dots
like
now.
that. I've sleptwalked before.
Oh,
Yeah, I do that
I
sometimes.
sleepwalk.
I don't know what triggered it because I usually don't sleepwalk, but this one night, the last time that I sleptwalked, actually, I had eaten a Hershey's candy bar right before bed and I passed out. And then when I had woken up and started sleepwalking, I ate all of the Hershey's candy bars that there was, and my grandpa had bought in like a box, and I had eaten all of them. Then proceeded to go into the kitchen, open all of the cupboards, and slam all of them shut for like 2 hours straight. And my grandpa even came out and tried to stop me, except for I just like opened another one, look at him, and like. And
Well, there you
he just
go.
said he was like, okay, well then I'm just gonna go back to bed. And my cousins and my aunt were staying there, and how my aunt actually ended up putting me back into the living room back to sleep because when she had woken up I was standing at the foot of her bed just fucking like staring at her. But I
used
was
to
asleep.
do that to mom and dad.
And me.
Horrifying.
She
I
was
used
like
to
it
crawl in
scared
bed
the
with
fuck
you in
out
my
of
sleep.
me.
I don't like that.
And cry, and you'd wake up and
It's
be
fucking
crying under
terrifying.
the covers.
Terrifying.
And I wasn't even
or
like,
you just stand at the end of the bed with your hair hanging down like the ring girl crying, and I'm like, oh, what
that.
the fuck?
That's like a good way to get me
Yeah,
to like,
I
punch
fucking-
you right
yeah, I
in the
hit her
face.
in the
my
face
whole
before.
front would be covered in blood because I had a bloody nose. So this
Oh
is
my
bloody
God.
child
Right
with
over
long
there.
hair crying at the foot of your bed.
Yeah. Now
At,
you
like,
wonder
2
why I
a.m.
poked you in the nose.
Dude, you came so close to hitting me
That
so
one
many
time,
times.
yeah.
I
Oh
remember
my
like,
God.
and I'm sitting there holding my Bible.
Yeah.
My
Talk
mom
about creepy.
whenever my mom works out like on the gazelle we have at home or something, she like plays her music. She has like her headphones in and she plays it as loud as it could go. Like you can hear her music from outside of the bedroom. And I would go in there to like ask her a question, but she wouldn't hear me, so I'd just like stand in the fucking doorway until she saw me or something. And every single time she'd let out this scream that wasn't like actually a scream because she can't scream. Her voice breaks whenever she tries to scream. So she lets out like the silent like sound, and then she fell off the treadmill. And I was like, I just wanted to know if you wanted some toast. Like
It's a completely non-dramatic thing.
like, oops. Yeah, I just she's scared easily, I guess.
Yeah.
Just turn
No, I mean,
around.
come on. If you turn around and there's just somebody standing there in your
I
doorway,
mean, yeah,
maybe you thought
I
it was
mean-
locked or something. Like,
I usually don't scream. My reaction is usually holy fuck.
just
Make
that
some
noise.
Just,
Yeah, just that noise
like
when
she's
shit's about to go
Just
down.
make a random like goose noise or something.
Goose
Like,
noise.
ha! Oh my god! Wait,
She's a
remember when
goose.
we were watching the scary movie? You weren't here for this, but we had this time where we watched scary movies like every single night
Yeah.
with Rod.
The Teletubbies.
Yes, the Teletubbies. We were watching a paranormal activity
4.
movie, and there's this one scene at the very end of it where the guy like jumps at the camera and his face like gets all ghosty like. I was super stoned while watching this, and I wasn't really paying attention, and I looked up right as it happened, and it was a super loud like screaming noise that came out of it. So I went, ah! And I went like this.
She started
And I like
blacking out.
I started blacking out in my
Because
I
it's in the
got
head.
scared so much, like I got scared so bad that I literally started blacking out from terror. And I looked at Marina like, "Help me!" And my vision started zooming in on her face, and she just looked like the sun from the Teletubbies. And like she was like holding my hand, and I was like, "I'm blacking out."
Yeah. I'm over in Dad's chair, just like, oh my god.
That was the funniest
Like
shit.
the movie honestly wasn't
At least she didn't
that
just
scary.
launch you off the couch
No.
for it.
I didn't really find any of them scary.
They weren't scary like okay during like the time like the jump scares always got me,
Oh yeah,
but that's not because like
that's not
they're
actually
that's
scary.
not because
That's
they're scary.
startling.
They're startling. Not only that, but they also like have super loud noises that come with it, and my ears are really sensitive, and so like
Either way, you're still gonna be like, ah.
yeah, it's not even like oh my god that image is really scary. It's
like
like
when
oh my
Donnie
god
yells.
that's so loud. Yeah.
He was doing that in the car. He goes, "Get the car, get the car, get the car, get the car," and he just gets louder and louder. I'm like, "Oh, stop! You're so loud."
But like after them, I don't get scared. Like I'll be like whatever. They're just movies.
Yeah,
I get
I'm a total pussy when it comes to
Even
scary
here
movies.
even though with all the shit that was happening during that time, like we'd come back here and
The
we'd be
fucking
like,
hotbox in the
we'd
car.
be like, hey, did you shut the door? And she would be like, no. And then be like, well, it's shut now.
Yeah,
Or like the lights would be off or on,
Yeah.
Or they would just
Or,
or
like,
your
the
guys'
lights would
doors
be
slamming open and shut a
yeah,
bunch.
or like the lights in here would like turn from being normal to like strobing crazy. Like
we just sit there. Well,
it fucking scares me though because I already have like really bad vision and stuff. So when the lights are doing that, it just impairs my vision more.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was like being in the pitch dark with just like strobe lights. I felt like
Yeah.
I was gonna have a seizure or something. But the one time that it happened, it was like something was standing right there and I could see it because it was strobing in and out. And so it was like creating a contrast to where I could see someone like standing there.
Like
and
the
it was
silhouette
freaking me
blocking
the
the
fuck.
strobe.
It was huge, dude. It like the head went up to the ceiling. Like that's how
Yeah.
fucking and it was just staring towards the bed and I was freaking out and I was like, Josie, fucking fix the lights. And she's like, I'm trying. She couldn't fix them.
yeah,
And
for,
they
like,
just
the life
randomly
of her.
fixed.
then they just turned off, and we just sat in like pitch black, and then they just turned off.
Yeah, like
What
Fun.
was wrong with the rooms in my light?
the
lights
rooms
lights
in my
room.
light.
Absolutely nothing. There's not even mold in the
Wait, so they
light
just
fixture.
decided to work?
She literally just took them apart.
I took it all apart, and there's not even mold in the fucking insulation up there.
There's nothing wrong with my lights.
Nope.
Basically, your life just hated you.
Well, it doesn't
Demons
help.
are like, let's put
And your
them-
outlets all read voltage.
Oh, we
Yeah,
know,
they all started working again.
Yeah, just randomly.
we know the house is haunted.
I guess
My
that's
only
the
thought-
lockdown.
I mean, I
All
still
are
think it's
bleeding.
doing better than it was.
My only thought was that it just fucking dried out enough, maybe.
I
that
think
would
it
work, but
got-
that doesn't make any sense.
It seemed to have gotten better after the
It
whole
was.
like
I
the
had
door
this
slamming
really
thing.
bad dream, and I woke up
Yeah,
and
that's
my
true.
lights were on, and then they just went out. And I
Hey,
couldn't
that's
get
right
them
when
to
we
turn
moved
back
the
on for months.
The Ouija board. A Ouija board away.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
it's
right
important
when
stuff.
we moved it. Think about it.
Oh
Her
yeah.
outlets and lights started working.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's super weird.
But the Ouija board was also still being moved back and forth from my house to.
Yeah, but that's
this
when we
house-
stuck it underneath your porch.
No. Because before then, I didn't just keep it here. I did take it back and forth from my house and her house. So her lights stopped working around the same time. But I'm
That's when we
pretty
put
sure
the
the
tent
board
up.
was here when your lights went out.
Yeah.
So
And then when we moved it,
and then it seemed things have seemed to get better. I think it's okay. There's a lot of things attached to that thing because of how many places we've gone and how many
Yeah.
negative things have happened when we've used it. Because
Did you
then
tell her about the fort?
oh, I don't know if we told you. Okay, we used to have this fort in the forest
yeah,
by
I've
the
been
high
there.
school.
Oh no, not that one.
It's by the high school. It was like a complete like fucking like fort made out of logs and shit, and it was like really densely covered and everything. It was good. It's a great made fort.
Is it still there?
No, it burnt
No.
down. That goes further with our story.
It set
We-
itself on fire.
We used to go up there and skip class and use the Ouija board and have like mini fires, and eventually we actually stayed there for homecoming.
We stayed there for a night. It was awesome.
Yeah, we stayed there overnight. It was really fun. Okay, but anyway, there had been a few things that had happened there before. One of the more notable ones was this one time when we were trying to start a fire because it was raining and it was cold. Nothing was catching because everything was too wet, and so we had poured my water bottle on whatever was burning because we had a notebook.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
the
I mean,
notebook
it
was
was
like
sopping
completely, sopping wet, completely wet. I picked it up. I said, "Man, I really wish we could have started a fire." And the notebook burst into flames, like the whole thing. Like I had to drop it because it burnt my fingers. It just combusted.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I was like, "There's no fucking way," because I just poured a whole shit ton of fucking water on it, and nothing was lighting before. I didn't have a lighter in hand. It was 100% out. There was no embers, no nothing. Like there's no way it could have just burst into flames like it did. It fucking terrified me.
Unless you'd been drinking gasoline the whole time.
Yeah. Somebody has a drinking problem. But
And
so then
then-
the fort burned down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one but Josie. Oh well, your name's out in the open now.
It's not the first time.
Josie's was the only one that actually saw it and was the one who actually called the fire department.
Yeah, I went up to skip class, and while I was hearing like a bunch of thudding and like crashing noises, so I was like, "Oh shit, it's a moose." I thought it was like a moose, but I went up there, and as soon as I got into like eyesight of the fort, it just burst into like 7-foot flames. Like,
Sounds like somebody set it on fire.
yeah,
That's exactly what it sounded like, but there was no one around. Like you would have
Yeah.
saw someone like run away or like
and the fire
Something,
department couldn't
but-
figure out what started the fire, and it burnt like only in the place that the fort was.
Yeah, like,
just
it was
this
in the middle of a
scorched
forest.
square.
like in a forest surrounded by dry grass and
Yeah.
moss
It's in a
and
perfect square.
7 foot tall and more. Like I mean, it was,
that's not the only thing. My fucking
That does sound like a
pendulum, I have
fire,
a
though.
pendulum. It was hanging in
Yeah.
the fire. This was during the time that I was already homeschooled, so I wasn't going to the high school anymore, and I hadn't brought the pendulum to the school since I was in high school, and I knew it was at
it'd
home
been
with
over a
me.
month.
And
Yeah.
it disappeared from her house and was hanging in the fire.
Yeah.
And it didn't melt.
It didn't melt. No, it was hanging there, and it got darker. Like the color of it itself, like it basically turned from like this light purple amethyst color to like pitch black. And it's not soot or anything. Like I've cleaned it multiple times, and it's not like 100% just like a black crystal.
Hmm.
And it was originally like
Oh,
an
like,
amethyst
pink
crystal
purple.
mixed with like quartz and other shit in it.
Hmm.
So like it was a bunch of different colors, and now it's basically just black.
Yeah,
That's weird.
dark person.
And we thought it had this connection to this. We're gonna go with calling it a demon, I guess, that follows me around, and we call it X. But the reason we say that is because the only things that weren't burnt and that were left of that fort were 2 fucking logs crossed together in an X.
Hmm.
And my pendulum was there, and
Yeah,
it just
so,
seemed very connected to me at that point.
Other than that, yeah. Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, what? Like, it took a minute, and I went to call 911, but I went 199 like 3 times, and then I called Nevaeh, and then I called Dad, and then I called the fire department.
Wow, that's useful.
She's like, maybe Dad can just fix it. We don't have to call the cops.
Yeah, well, that's how we
Well,
are.
the school had called him, so he technically called me because the school didn't know where I was, and I was like, Dad? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I'm skipping class and there's a fire and I'm trying to call the fire department, but I keep typing in 199. Said, hang up and call the fire department.
Okay, wait.
And I love that Dad's reaction to that is not, why are you skipping class? Hang up and call the fire department and call me back.
I'm surprised he wasn't like, what have you done, Josephine?
Our son is not okay.
So I called 911 and they took about like 20 minutes for them to transfer me to the right department.
You're like, you realize I'm in a forest with a forest fire.
I know,
Smokey the Bear would be disappointed.
For real.
Dude, Smokey the Bear is like a stoner's icon, man.
I love
There's a
Smokey the
reason
Bear
why
so
he's
much.
Smokey. And why does he hang out in the woods so
It
much?
turned off.
It doesn't mean that it's
Okay.
it's just a
It's
screen.
just screen turned off.
We're still live.
What else happened?
You still have that
Oh, when
old
we-
ass drawing.
Yeah, I like it. It looks cool.
We used. Do you know the
Mom looks cool.
bathrooms? Like that little building that's right above the track at the high school.
Yeah, the ones that they locked now.
Yeah.
Somebody tore
We
apart
actually-
one of the heaters and made it way warmer so she could heat up soup.
Was it you?
That's why we got that taken away.
Okay.
No.
I
Well,
was homeless.
No, it actually got taken away because they were having like drug parties. At night.
yeah, people were going in there and because they were unlocked for a while again, and then people were going in there and
Like
hotboxing the
last
fuck out
winter?
of the
Yeah.
hotboxing the fuck out of. Was it the girls' bathroom
Just hang out with the stoners
I'm
in high
surprised
school.
we didn't run into you.
or was it the
I was
boys?
usually there in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's fine.
That's why I stayed
Was it
the
in the
nights.
girls' bathroom that you changed the heater?
Nah, I didn't.
Because the boys' bathroom didn't like have a heater at all. 'cause
Yeah, it was the
always cold.
girls.
Okay, so that's the one.
Because
That's
that's
the one
that
we hung
little
out in.
fucking box that just has
No,
one
we're the
screw
reason
and
it's
you could
unlocked
feel-
again. I will tell you
You
the
just
exact
unlocked it,
story.
butter knifed it.
No, we didn't do anything to the doors.
What?
We were using the Ouija board over there. Remember?
Ah.
And then I was saying I was antagonizing it like a dipshit because I was stoned again,
As usual.
as
We're
usual.
always fucking-
And so I was like, "Oh, you're just a pussy. You're nothing. You can't do anything." Like,
Oh, and it unlocked the door for you, huh?
no, it said, I think it said either like wait and see or watch
Mm.
or something like that. And then I was like, we were packing everything up and we were sitting there and I was like, dude, I just saw someone fucking like turn the corner over there. And so me and Josie went over to go look at it, and then all of our other friends were like, yo, we have to get to class. So it was just me and Josie, and we're looking and we were like, what the fuck, there's no one there. And then we go back and there's a handprint by the door, like in like all black, just a handprint there, and it goes down the door. And so we were like, okay, and it opened.
Yeah.
And like there's no way that it could have just been like unlocked because we checked that day too because it was winter.
Yeah.
And we were like,
Yeah,
we want to
yeah.
be somewhere warm.
We were
Yeah.
always trying to hang out.
So
in
we
the
were always
bathroom.
trying to fucking open it every time we went out there. And they were always locked, and they were still locked that day. And like we weren't gone long enough that like a teacher could have come
Yeah.
up and like unlocked it. Like we were right there by the building.
Hmm.
It was crazy. And then it remained unlocked until one day we got caught in there. We weren't actually doing anything bad when we got caught. We were just sitting eating lunch in there. And Miss Mall came in and flipped out and was like, "Oh my god, you can't be in here."
You're like, why?
I'm like, why? We're just trying to be warm. And she's like, "You can't be in here."
Yeah.
And then
Then she proceeded to threaten us.
That's not a very professional.
No.
No, she was really out to get you guys.
Yeah.
oh yeah, she hated it. Okay, we didn't exactly help. We skipped class a lot, and Josie even jumped out a window to avoid her, with the help of Mr. Welsh.
Mr. Welsh is badass.
He doesn't need to know.
He doesn't know. She was like, I gotta see Mr. Wells. Like, went in this room and jumped out his window and ran away.
Well, no, like he was like, she ran into the classroom one of the times, and he saw her and was like, "Go on," like get out the window. And then he got up and went and distracted Miss Mall. He hated Miss Mall because they wouldn't let him retire. He kept trying to retire, but they were like,
He's
"No,
so
you're on a
old,
10-year,
too.
dude."
He's so old.
He's such a good
He
teacher,
just
though.
he
Holy
just
crap.
wants to. I did
He just
not
wants
like
to be
him.
able to do his own
I transferred
shit.
out of his class
Well,
like
yeah,
as soon
no-
as I could.
He's a good teacher, not someone that
Well,
you
no,
like.
people that I
liked him
consider
a
I
lot.
had good teachers that I liked. Like
Yeah. You can have good teachers and like them. He's just not one of those.
no, I didn't like him because he didn't like
Mr.
me.
Akers is cool.
He was just mean.
Ooh,
Mr.
I hate
Akers
Mr.
is so
Akers.
weird, dude. He's so
Yeah, I like that dude.
he's like robotic
he's on
almost.
drugs
Like
or
what is
something.
wrong with him?
I
Why
don't
is he
know.
just why does he
He's
love
hella
Chuck
weird.
Norris so much?
I don't know.
He's so gay for Chuck Norris.
Like
So good.
people
He
used
hates
to tell
Trump
me
so much.
Yeah, he does.
people used to tell me all the time, people in his class would be like, "Oh yeah, we just bring up Chuck Norris and he doesn't even teach the class. He just talks about Chuck Norris the whole time."
We got him to turn on SpongeBob.
Yeah, you can
get
distract him
off
easy.
Track. Or ask him about this one theory you randomly heard of about math. Just Google anything on Wikipedia related to math and
Ask
tell
him
you're
about dividing by
curious.
You
zero.
could probably look up conspiracy theories about Chuck Norris and
You
he'd just be like,
Oh
"Fuck
my
yeah."
god, he would eat that up.
I need to go grab my toothbrush.
He'd be like, that'd be ridiculous. Now let me explain why. Because Chuck Norris is this.
Because Chuck Norris is almighty.
Are we still podcasting?
Yeah. We're just talking
I'm
about
afraid
random
that
stuff.
Miss Mall will hear this one
I don't know how well the mic can hear you.
I mean, I think it's doing pretty well. Marina, talk.
Okay.
Here, I can go
You
on.
said my name.
Oh, I don't have YouTube anymore.
I did say your name.
But we've already said your name.
Oh, I didn't know.
Go on YouTube on your phone and see.
Okay, well, I just
I don't have YouTube anymore. Yeah, so we should probably move back to the topic.
Well, I don't know. We don't really have a specific topic.
No, but
Okay, Marina, you should start talking again. See if I
Okay.
can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. It's like
Delayed?
it's lagged, yeah. Yeah, you can hear you.
okay. They can hear me too.
Yeah, I can hear.
Is it
Okay.
clear?
Yeah, no, it's clear. I can hear. I can
Okay.
hear all of you guys. Pebbles, no.
Brandon, don't let Pebbles in. Shut the door. Well, I could play the audio of this guy predicting the future.
Oh, the old one, the old one.
Yeah,
the old
yeah.
one.
We have an audio from 1945. I can just.
I think from what I remember, it was pretty accurate, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Pretty much the only thing we don't have is flying cars.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have things that are pretty not similar, but
Do we
like
have ice cream?
yes, I think.
Is that awake?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Gotta plug back in my.
Predictions for the next 100 years. He says that in 2045, we'll be able to look back
Here,
and
take
see
the
if
mic.
such predictions are true. Currently being in the year 2018, we can see that many of his predictions have already come true. Some people say that the only way this man could know so much about the future is that he, or someone he knew, was an actual time traveler. Listen to this and decide for yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the program. Today we are going to talk about a rather serious topic, the future. What does the future hold? Today we are going to make some predictions. Maybe someday man will look back on such predictions. The year, as you know, is 1945. 100 years from now, it will be 2045. Everything before the world has changed drastically in the past 100 years. Just 100 years ago, in the year 1845, the concept of self-powered flying machines seemed as ridiculous an idea as ever to many. Through this great industrial revolution, the world has seen more change than ever before. Keep this in mind as we go over our predictions for the next 100 years. In 100 years, I predict that man will have stepped foot on other celestial bodies, such as the moon and the planet Mars. In 100 years, I predict that the average man will get his news and entertainment from a variety of sources. Big companies will no longer have a monopoly on the news and entertainment people enjoy. I predict that in 100 years, cars will no longer be constrained to the ground. They will have the ability to fly in the air at will. And the energy that powers the cars will come from the sun. In 100 years, I predict that television sets will get increasingly smaller. I predict that television sets will shrink to the point that they can fit on our wristwatches. I think that in 100 years, there will be film cameras at every street corner. They will be put in place in the name of our safety, but our freedoms will increasingly vanish. We will trade our freedom for safety. We will allow our rights to be eroded because the authorities tell us it will keep our children safe. Now, remember, these are only predictions, not prophecy. Maybe someday a future man will look back on them. Good day.
And we also have to take into consideration that he also said, he said 100 years from now. So in 2045.
But so far, we have all of that except for flying cars. We do have solar-powered cars, so we're halfway there.
I mean, yeah, we're getting there. I think we have enough brain power now in order to create it. I just don't think we have any use for it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of creating flying cars? Like, that's just.
I mean, we could save on roads.
Save on roads, I guess, but that's only if flying cars are made affordable, or at least the same price as normal cars.
It more globally friendly.
But we definitely know that if we're allowed to eat it, Katie can have it.
Derailed.
We were discussing the possibility of like future people coming back in time and stuff.
Time travel.
Time travel's cool.
More specifically because of this audio of this guy predicting stuff.
I think in 100 years he will be correct.
Well, yeah. I mean,
not in 100 years from now, but in 100 years from what he said. 1945.
Yeah, I mean.
So in like 20 years?
Yeah, I think.
What's he predicting?
He's predicting like things that will happen. Like he said that he predicts television sets will be much smaller to the point where they can fit on your wristbands. Which is true because now we have like Apple Watches where you can get apps like Hulu and watch.
He's predicting solar-powered flying cars.
Which we have electric cars and we have solar-powered cars.
Yeah, they're just not exactly practical.
I think we could. I think right now we could have the technology.
It's just not like the average American could afford it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it were to be made, it's gonna be like millions
like a Tesla.
of dollars.
Yeah, I mean we've already figured out how to make like hover vehicles, and there are plenty of those.
Well, plenty, but it's not like they're just common.
I mean, we technically have things like hoverboards and shit, but they don't actually hover.
Well, I mean,
there are ones that do hover though.
There are ones that hover over water and stuff.
There are ones. No, Marissa's stepdad actually has some of them where they're actually like 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
Yeah, but it's just not common.
It's just not common because you gotta be rich in order to actually get there.
And also willing to fall 2 feet.
Yeah, and I'm not. I'm really not about falling
at all. A lot of people are psyched about heights. Yeah. I'm one of those people. I'm okay staying on the ground.
That's why I'm built low to the ground.
I already have trouble flying. I don't need to try to fly only 2 feet off.
Where's your vegetables?
Stop a Ferris wheel.
I did make them stop a Ferris wheel.
I
just love that answer.
On a Ferris wheel, but I did not make them stop.
They wouldn't stop
to
for
make
me.
them stop. I was okay. The Ferris wheel was like the only like scary thing I've ever been on, and it was like the little carts that you were in were turned like they turned in circles and shit.
Yeah, the little rat cages.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna be that scary, but I'm scared of heights. I did not like the fact that they were trying to fucking spin me in circles on top of that. So I was like pressed. They had like the little gear thing where you could keep it from spinning. I like had my feet against the gear and like my arms against the roof, and I was like, "Don't fucking spin!" And like it got down. I went around once, and then it got down.
What do you need?
My cigarettes.
It got down.
I don't know. They're somewhere. Should be a battle pack with my ID in the back of it.
I don't know where.
Oh, right there. Is my ID on the back of the pack?
Oh,
Then there you
okay. Anyway,
go. That's why it matters. It's just because I don't want to lose my ID again.
but I'd done one full circle, and then I'd gotten back down to the thing, and I was like screaming
yeah.
at the guy while like it's still in my position. I was like, "Let me off of
In
this
my
fucking
position."
thing." I was like, "Just fucking stop it!" And he didn't want to stop it, so he like was trying to keep going, and I like launched myself at the side of the door and was like banging on the windows. I was like, "Let me fucking out!" And so eventually he stopped. I had to like kind of jump out of the thing because it was like to the point where he should have just kept going, but I was freaking out, so he had to stop.
Let you out and then they could.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was riding with someone else too.
Evil laugh.
I needed to leave. I was terrified, man.
That's okay.
The
Twilight
scariest
Zone Tower of Terror.
the scariest
That was
ride that I've
awesome.
ever seen, like in person, was the
we-
fucking Apollo thing, which is where like the two hammer like things were like
I don't like
would
that
keep
shit.
going
Definitely
and
got
going
off
until
topic.
it
Oh,
was
yeah.
like gaining momentum, and it'd keep going until it was like it
Me and
went
Josie
all the
were
way
basically
around.
in the
Yeah,
in
But
fuck
like
that.
it would reach a point where like it would like rock all the way up until it was upside down and like stay there for a second and then slowly like and like do it again.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
I was almost gonna do it, but then I was only gonna do it if my dad would ride with me. But then my dad never showed up, so
Dude,
I
I'm
never
scared
did
that
it.
rides like that would kill our dad.
My dad was the
You're
only
so
person
mean.
who would do that type of thing with me. Like,
Dad's so terrified of heights.
Yeah, I know.
my
Dad's scared of
dad,
that stuff.
I've never been on a roller coaster. Is that like? I feel like people are like, "Oh my god, you've never been what?"
Mm.
I've never been on a roller coaster.
I only went on. Well, okay, no, I've been to like a few different parks. Never mind. I keep forgetting that I've been on a bunch of them. I always think I'm gonna like get over my fear of them, and then I don't. I just cry.
I want to go on a roller coaster. I feel like I'd be fucking terrified, but I
It's
still
horrible.
I
wanna
don't like
go.
every ride.
Shut
I
up.
just
I know. Even the Winnie the Pooh one,
when
I
my
got
dad
this.
when my dad went to Las Vegas, he they were at a I think it was a hotel or a bar or a casino or something that had a roller coaster attached to the building itself. And one
Ghost.
part of the roller coaster was just like the very front cart of the roller coaster was hanging off onto nothing.
Oh.
And so he made sure he was sitting in the very front. Like that's the type of person my
No.
dad is.
No.
Yeah. Like I was
That's terrifying.
it is terrifying. I've never even like
They could make a hotel,
I've never
right?
even seen those types of
And
like
they could
things.
build like this glass
Yeah.
arch, right? So you're sitting in like the cafeteria, and the roller coaster people come real close and through the building.
Yeah. There's a bunch of places like that. There's
Yeah,
like I think
the
a
Mall
mall
America,
in like
America. The Mall of America.
is that in what?
The Mall of America's in Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota. That's the one I was.
And they have the one in New Orleans, which is got water parks and shit. There's a lot of water parks down south.
I've been to a water park once, and it was in Oregon. And
Yeah, they're nice.
Dude, why don't you just pull that down? Or put your shoe in front?
But
Is it gonna hurt more or less than the fucking glass hitting her in the
Less.
head?
Hopefully the shoe will stay. And not fall out the window.
Is that what happened to the glass?
no, the glass.
Chucked it at her head.
It chucked it. It hurt so
Again?
bad. No, it was so much more intense this time because it was like someone would like punch the glass from like outside the window and it just bounced off my
Fucking
head.
Donnie.
Blame it on
Not
it.
tall enough.
There's no way because
He's
there's that
6'4".
fucking pit there. But
I don't know. We can make him stand outside the window and see if he's tall enough.
I don't mind.
fucker, punch a cup on my head.
Yeah, blame him for it.
Let's get back to the topic.
Yeah, we got way
time
off.
travel
Time travel.
instead of roller coasters.
Well, you know, life experiences are important.
Yeah, when we get stoned, we get rabbit trails.
All right.
Just make it like a stone.
What is
podcast.
everybody's theory on time travel?
I think it exists.
Time travel
I would-
theoretically could exist.
I think it 100% already exists, and the government is.
All
using
it has to be is basically if you're moving fast enough in relation to someone else, then
Well, I think
time dilation
Einstein-
would suggest that fucking you are moving faster, thus your time is not their time, and then eventually the faster you're faster going, because thing that kills you is G-forces, which is you speeding up, not you going fast. So, like, obviously, because we're on a
Don't you
planet
just have to
spinning through
move
space, if it was just going fast that killed you,
fast
it would
enough?
be the planet. But no, it's the fact of us speeding up too quickly that would kill us. So,
And the change in speed.
yeah, it's the change in
stops.
speed, the G-forces. Like, yeah, if you suddenly slam to a halt, you're gonna be liquidized. But if you just sped someone
So
up
there's
fast
just-
enough times, like to a fast enough speed in a slow enough manner, you could theoretically create a time dilation effect, which would then have time travel. But it would be
It'd
more
like
of
going
a
around the edge of a black hole and then coming out. You wouldn't be able to decide where you come out at. And there
yeah,
would be
yeah,
no
exactly.
black
It would
holes.
not be very easy to control the amount of time that you.
And it would be backward. It would be like no going back, only forward.
Do you
Yeah.
think black holes
Suggesting it's
actually
only a
like
line.
completely destroy you, or do you think they shoot
Oh,
you
yeah.
off into like, well, because you'll never know for sure. Like we
I
only
don't
have
know.
what science can tell
Well,
us
it's not sure
from
your
what they know.
cat.
But like, do you
Okay.
wonder if like you entered a black hole, like if it actually destroys you, or if
So,
it just like shoots
As
you
you get
off into,
closer
like,
to
this
the
other-
center of a black hole, though, the amount of
There's
gravity and
kind of-
density of the matter, it just keeps compacting and compacting and compacting it. So that suggests
There's
that
also
the center of
theory-
it is just super dense matter.
And then, well, it also what it spits out comes at a white hole. And there's a lot of
Yeah, the theory of the white hole.
there's
is
a
what I
lot
was
of
gonna bring
theories
up.
where it's like, say we're over here in the Milky Way, and the galaxy, instead of being like this, is folded in half.
Yeah, but what suggests
So
that
it's
it's
And
going
there's
to
a
spit
black
the
hole
matter
here and a
out?
white hole here. And
Well-
it's actually just a way to travel between two folds in the universe.
But what suggests that it's going to spit you out in the same density and in the same like
Yeah.
matter
They're not saying
organization
you
of what?
come out correctly, you just come out.
I
as
mean, that could
matter.
just
That's
be.
just where
They think
Yeah.
black holes decompose you into what you were, like your primordial
Yeah.
gases.
Suggesting
And that's
that
how
that's
the
just like
universe goes
yeah.
on forever.
Well, and that just suggests like the whole Big Bang.
Dude,
Blah.
it's kind of like the universe's recycler.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's restarting
It's
itself.
Literally entropy,
Yeah.
like in its most prime. Or
Which would honestly make
pure
sense because we mimic nature and we do that.
poop. Are you talking about poop?
Yeah. We eat shit and we shit it out.
We eat shit and we shit it out. I don't eat shit.
But no, it's
I generally leave shit. I don't take
it's
it either.
nature. Nature recycles everything it creates.
Yeah, there's no true sense of losing matter. Except like, I mean, they say that, but then it's like helium. We're running out of helium because it just floats away.
Well, it doesn't mean it's gone. It's out there. We just don't have it.
Well, yeah, it escapes the fucking ionosphere, stratosphere, what the fuck's
Iosphere.
Oh yeah,
Do you guys believe that we've been like visited by people from the future yet?
Probably.
I think
futuristic visitors.
Sometimes I feel like people from the future are the ones that made our new form of government. And we're just the stupid people from the past, and they're manipulating the time frame to speed up our productivity
Would it be
and
good
shit to prevent
manipulation?
something in the future.
But
you
would it
know?
be for a good reason?
My best guess is they know when the Earth is gonna die, and they're trying to speed it up and fix
Speed it
something.
up or stop it?
Speed us up technologically in hopes to stop it.
I'd be okay with that.
It would buy them an extra 100 years.
It
or
would
something.
explain how quickly we moved from like floppy disk to
Think about this though.
MacBook. Yeah.
More than that, like when Mama was a kid, it was before the Model T, right? Mama, Greg's Mama.
Okay. I thought you
Before
were
the
talking about
Model
our
T,
mom.
she remembers when the Model T came out. Her family bought one. They rode in one. Like Grandma Diane
Yeah,
remembers
technology-
before there were cars. She rode up here in a goddamn carriage.
Yeah.
What the
1954.
fuck?
Technology has advanced
Okay, yeah,
so
no,
fucking
Alaska.
quickly in just the past few.
That's 100 years.
Yeah.
Is that Grandpa?
Grandpa's calling. Hey, Grandpa, what's up?
Suddenly high pitched and southern.
Hey, Grandpa,
What's up?
up?
He broke his clavicle.
Okay.
What's he need?
Next half hour or so.
So we need to go pick him up. I've been drinking.
We'll ride with you. It's okay.
No, I'm not driving. I'm staying here. I do not want to go back to the
No,
hospital.
we need a
Wait, what'd you
licensed
say?
driver, so you have to come.
Oh, some bitch.
All right, we got to get you out of there by 9.
They're kicking him out of the emergency.
Okay. Okay.
No, I want to pause that thing.
All right.
Well, no, I guess your parents might want.
Yeah, I'll talk to Mom.
Mom and Dad will go get him. It's fine. We're gonna yell Dad's food while he's gone.
That was recorded.
Let him yelling at us.
Yeah, it's still recording.
Yeah, you should probably turn that off.
Yeah, we could just. I don't know. Do you want to abruptly end the podcast?
We're gonna abruptly end again. Well, no, I guess our conversation has kind of dulled down, so it's
It's okay.
it's an ease.
I mean, I
and
just have some other questions, but really.
we can continue
Do you
on
have
again.
anybody actually listening to this?
Yeah, one viewer.
Someone was actually watching us.
Someone is watching.
Oh my god!
Hello.
No, you can tell them.
Okay.
Wow, that's strange.
Just know that.
No, because I'm not on it anymore.
Our one viewer, we will talk to you later. Thanks for listening in on Stone Paranormal Investigator.
Dun 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 dun.
Ba, 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 ba.
We